it's Linda Fox. I'm senior reporter with PhocusWire and I'm in the studio at Travel Technology Europe. Delighted to be with Jill Palmer. She's CEO of Click. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
So I want to talk about current challenges and we'll talk specifically about coronavirus, but let's just talk about, had coronavirus not hit, what would be your biggest kind of current challenges?
At Click, our biggest challenge is keeping pace with our growth in terms of recruiting the best people in the industry and from outside the industry to come and join our amazing team. So we're growing at 25% a year, massively outgrowing growth in the market generally, and we have to attract and retain the best people in the industry to support that. It's wonderful that this year, once again, we were in the Sunday Times Best Companies to Work For. That's an amazing recruitment tool for us. But keeping pace with that recruitment, we want the best software engineers, the best account managers, the best customer service people, and that is really a big challenge.
Okay, and do you think you'll be able to keep up with that growth given now what is happening with coronavirus?
I absolutely think that we can continue with the growth. I think coronavirus, we're very lucky in the sense that the way our travel is distributed, we haven't been big time affected yet. About 0.1% of our travel is to the Far East. However, it goes without saying that if we are massively hit with coronavirus in the UK and Europe, then that is going to have an impact on travel and everybody's going to travel less for a period of time. But I think we should be careful not to overreact to this, and B, it's going to blow over in some way. So we know that this is a temporary thing. It's something we're very, very able to withstand at Click because we're growing so fast and we're very profitable.
So where are you seeing in the current situation with coronavirus, where are you seeing technology playing a role?
Technology is playing an amazing role for us and our customers with coronavirus because they're coming to us when wanting solutions to, support educating their travellers in terms of places that they shouldn't be travelling to anymore, or putting controls in place, and we can do all that through the platform. So within 10 minutes of a customer asking us to, for example, turn off travel in a particular country or put travel on approval in a particular country, we can make that change very swiftly in our platform and get that support to our customers where it's needed. We're also able to provide in-app messages, targeted messages to customers if they're traveling to a certain place, to be careful and watch out and sort of keep pace with that very, very quickly.
And you see data kind of coming to play more than ever before now?
Absolutely, and more generally, data is absolutely extremely valuable, and we're looking at that in terms of sustainability as well, and being able to provide reporting on sustainability, more personalisation of that reporting, and making people more aware of where, when and how they're travelling. We've always been a very rail-first organisation. For example, we have our own rail platform, so it's really important to us that we educate our customers and use data to back up that. It's very interesting. We've always used data to help inform our customers in terms of best practice for travel. In the past, that used to be around things like the cheapest airfares, how customers are travelling, how the rail fares stack up against other customers in anonymised league tables. Our customers love that sort of thing, and that's the kind of thing we want to be able to do for them with sustainability reporting as well.
So are you finding this focus on sustainability now? Do you think it's the focus itself will be sustained?
Yes, I do. I mean, I think everybody in business travel needs to have a plan. But it's easy for us. At Click Travel, we've always been a very sustainable organisation. We are car free. We're a rail first organisation, having our own rail platform. And at least 50% of our people work virtually at all times. They don't come into the business for meetings. What we want to do is support our customers with how they make those sustainable changes as well. I don't think it's a fad. I know these trends come and go, sure. But I think when the governor of the Bank of England says, companies without a plan on this will fail in the future, this is where you think this needs to be something that everybody takes very, very seriously.
Fair comment. So what do you think we're going to see this year in terms of technology and distribution? Do you think there's going to be any sort of big bangs, or do you think it's going to be, ongoing incremental improvements and developments?
I think it's going to be ongoing developments. If you look about the introduction of AI and the way in which we've introduced AI at Click, we are doing our customer service center is all powered by AI now. We can get results to customers faster through AI interventions, and then targeted triaging customers to human beings to answer those complicated calls and make sure that they get the advice in the most effective way. So that's one example. But I think in the distribution landscape, that is fascinating. You know, the way that distribution is becoming more fragmented, BA's introduction of passive segments and charges for passive segments, that's fascinating. The wonderful thing about Click is we built our infrastructure in a way where we're totally agnostic about where we get our content from. We love the distributed content model. We're not going to have to pay any of those extra charges, which means that we can pass on excellent value to our customers.
So you and I have talked about startups in business travel. Do you think, first of all, what are you watching? Do you see anything that you think is making a big difference? Well, let's start with those two.
I mean, we're incredibly excited and energized by the new startups that are coming to business travel. They are presenting a message that we've been talking about for a very long time. Business travel needs to be technology first. It needs to be think about different distribution models. When you actually look at these businesses and say, really, what are they fundamentally doing differently? There's very little. That's not to say I think that some of them are very, very impressive. I think the other thing that's very interesting about these businesses is they aren't so focused on making a profit. And so, they're getting a lot of investment into that business without actually needing to make a bottom line. It's interesting competing with a business that doesn't seem to need to make a profit. We've always been about sustainable, profitable, organic growth. Our investors are looking for a return. We're looking for a return. We've beaten our forecasts in the last 2 years since we've had an investee company in our business. And that is how we want to continue. At some point, these businesses need to start making money.
Right.
And
do you think that's the point where they'll sort of almost make or break for them?
Absolutely. And I think, possibly one of them will succeed and some of the others will go to the wall. I think that's the nature of the game. It's highly competitive. It's very high risk. It's high risk for their customers because, which one of them are going to survive in the future? If you've been with a customer that's, track record of growth and profitability, I think you're backing a horse that's sustainable in the widest sense of that term.
And do you think that they're bringing more people, more companies generally into the managed travel environment?
In terms of customers?
Yeah.
I think so. We've been looking very hard at the unmanaged travel business and looking at SaaS models to attract those customers, acquire them digitally, implement them without necessary human intervention and get them booking. And we've had success in that area. And I think the really interesting thing about these startups is they're giving the same messages out and they're saying the same things. So in a sense, we've been educating the customer base of this and those startups are doing the same thing. So we're all singing from the same song sheet.
So it's validating the model, really.
Absolutely validates our business model. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned funding. I think it was 2 years ago?
Yes.
Was it 50
it was 2 years ago.
So what has that allowed you to do that perhaps you wouldn't have been able to do you think?
So fundamentally, we had a huge project on which we've now successfully completed, totally remodeling our platform architecture.
Sure.
And moving from a monolithic architecture into a service-related architecture. We've migrated all of our customers onto our new platform. Our customer service scores have gone through the roof. We've completed that with the money that we got from the BGF. And so it's enabled us to really take our platform to the next level and effectively support our customers with the changes. And we've got changes going on all the time. At the Business Travel Show, we're unveiling our new app, which enables people to get all their itineraries on the go, notifications, and etc. And we're moving on with new features all the time. So it's having that investment in the engineering and the fundamentals of our business. At the end of the day, we are obsessed with the user experience. We want the fundamental experience of booking hotel, rail, air to be the best in the industry, and we believe it is, which is supported by the fact that we won the best self-booking tool at the Business Travel Awards 3 years out of the last 5.
You did quite well this year, didn't you? I seem to recall.
We won the best large TMC, which is wonderful because we've run it in every category. We won it in the small category in 2012, the medium category in 2016, and now in 2020, we've won it in the large category. That was absolutely wonderful for us and a real validation of our growth and the way we've been working. But also to win the best self-booking tool for the second year in a row and 3 years out of the last 5 years really speaks of domination in the technology part of the industry.
Yeah.
So we're
And
really excited.
that the investment is paying off.
Absolutely. And we've met our forecast in the first year. We've exceeded our forecast in the second year. Our investors are very happy with us.
That's great, Jill. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.